Hello and welcome to another episode of my cryptocurrency series. Today I'm going to talk about PathDao, but before going to that, I actually wanted to give you some introduction and some background about what I'm doing recently, why I'm doing a lot of videos on gaming, metaverse projects, and the state of the crypto market, which sort of relates to the PathDao as well. So a lot of people ask me, hey, why you put a lot of gaming projects recently? Why you go to a lot of metaverse projects? And what's so much interest into it? How can we get in? Because now the market is getting hot. Everyone wants to FOMO into the market. So my answer to this is, first of all, I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. But I understand the reasoning that gaming is going to be big because it's an actual use case. A lot of projects in crypto are speculation. They promise a lot of big things. But when you go to the metaverse or gaming, there is a game there is a metaverse there is NFTs, there's items, there's players, there's a user base. So that sort of gives me the confidence to invest more time and effort into it. By no means I know which game is going to be the next Axie Infinity or next sandbox. So I try to deploy my funding, and I have limited fund. I'm not a millionaire. I deploy my funding into different projects and the ones that I believe in. And then hopefully some of them will perform very well. So I don't do day trading. I usually invest very early and hold them for a while and sell them, I don't know, at 10x or 20x, or maybe not 10x, maybe 5x, maybe 100x. But this is how I invest. And this is why I believe in this market. And this week you could see the market movement, right? So the DeFi space went low. I mean, now is the recovery phase since the dump. But even if you look at last 7 days, except Avalanche that's just keep going up, everything else has dumped a bit, some even 14%. But during that dump, the metaverse and gaming ones were still going up. So if you look at the index of gaming and metaverse, you see it just keeps going up. Sandbox is now $4. It was $2 something last week. And the same with the NFT, except a few, again, and some of them are not actually NFT. This is an incorrect statement here. They're also going up. They just keep going up. So of course, they're going to go down at some point as well. But what I'm saying is these are projects that have user base, use case, community, not a speculation. There's already some product for most of them. Of course, there's some that just give you fake promises. So that's why I'm quite interested to continue investing in them. Now, there's another thing to think about. I don't have time. I'm working daytime. I'm doing YouTube. I'm connecting with people. I don't have time and effort to go and research all these projects. So I can invest in some. I can research in some, but I have limited time, limited knowledge. For example, I'm not good at NFT space. I'm quite newbie in that space, and I don't give advice on those unless it's a project with token. So what can we do in this situation? We should trust other people who have experience, who can help us out, or join forces with them. That leads my time and this video to PathDao, why I'm going to talk about this project. So PathDao is basically saying that they're paving the road to the metaverse. It's going to be a community-driven, decentralized, or autonomous organization, or DAO, that creates value for investors and players in the growing field of blockchain metaverse. I'll share what they have in pitch deck, and this is not super secret pitch deck. You could get access to it from the team. I just feel that the pitch deck gives more information to everyone, better than me explaining it, and I'll talk through it. So what they say here, I really like. They're saying that metaverse is going to be a new nation, and that's true, right? In that Decentraland, in Sandbox, in other ones, we can see they're becoming their own nation. Or in Axie Infinity, people are quitting their job to just work in Axie Infinity and make money. PathDao is going to be the biggest property developer and asset management firm in the metaverse. The same way that you have DAOs now for DeFi, you're going to have DAO, you're going to have Guildfi or Guild Finance, which is a new term, in the gaming and metaverse industry. So that's what PathDao is claiming to be as one of them. Now let's take a look. So they're saying the total estimated market for the gaming is going to be $200 billion US, gaming plus NFT. I don't know by when, maybe they need to clarify that. And the blockchain gaming with the combined market cap of 26 billion, Axie Infinity is the top one. I think this is already increased. I just checked coin market cap. I think it's now 40. And they talk about how the gaming market in general is revenue driven with $180 billion worth of revenue. They talk about NFT and blockchain wallets. I totally agree this is going to increase, because I always say I played Counter-Strike, And on Counter-Strike, I had a lot of items to call them NFTs. You could use the skins, they call them skin, right, on the game. But if I wanted to sell it, it's $1,000. They give me Steam credits. What can I do with the Steam credits? I can buy other games or other items. But in blockchain, you could get those coins converted to USDC, USDT, Ethereum, whatever you want. So this is actually something you can cash out or trade to other things. So that's the beauty of the decentralized finance, this beauty of play-to-earn gaming, that you actually can, take that money in your real life. You don't need to trade it for something else. Now, one of the problems PathDao has identified, and I can relate to that, is the investors don't have access to early deals. People contact me as well offline about this. There's not much asset management and it's labor intensive. I can't go and spend time and research about, hatching eggs or breeding, monsters. And yeah, lack of community support, alpha support, that's totally true. In terms of the scholars, it's highly exploitative, because the game scholars are usually some of them from more developing nations, and those I guess whales or people who have a lot of money to invest in them might give them deals that in the long run is not beneficial for that play to earn person, and they might have to cut 50% of their income to give it to the person who's sponsoring them. The same happening for the sponsors, for creators and artists. And that's where the solution lies, that PathDao is saying they have exposure to the best NFT deals in the early stage. They have asset optimization. They're going to give better revenue and income to the play to earn people or the scholars for a lot of games. They're going to help them with training. They're going to manage them. They're going to help them connect to other games and communities. And they're going to support the creators and artists. So it's a give and take relationship and mutual benefit for PathDao people, as well as the artists, as well as the investor, as well as the people who are scholars. Now, the model they're employing is called invest, manage, and create. So they're going to invest in top NFTs, top blockchain gaming projects, and they're going to have some free money or idle money that they can deploy in the meantime on DeFi and make more yield from the treasury. They're going to get more and more scholars, give them scholarships, and help them with breeding and land crafting income. And that's going to generate revenue overall for the DAO. And they're going to create NFT sales, help with the sales of NFT, secondary market royalty of NFT, and they have their own PathDao NFT as well. So that's the model they're driving. And that's going to create a wheel or cycle that they're going to help the buyers purchase that NFT from PathDao artists. The artists then have a share of the sale. Some of them goes to the DAO, the same with the gamers. So this whole cycle will benefit the users, to benefit the artists, benefit PathDao community as well. So by being part of the DAO, holding the tokens, you're getting some of that revenue. So they're doing the hard work for you. You're just holding the token and you're putting trust in them. Think of it as asset management in finance, but this is for gaming and it's much earlier stage. So you're going to get, there's much more upside potential basically. Now, since October 2021, they've had a few activities already. So they had the Our Path NFT project launch, which you can check on OpenSea. They had Axie Infinity Scholarship, and they're targeting 1,000 scholars by December 2021. And they had Axie Infinity Breeding Program, and they had a monthly ROI of 30%. So they're already generating revenue for you if you're part of the group, and you don't need to think about speculation. It's all proven data here. They also have the knowledge, so they know how to invest, and that's why you should maybe trust this group, because they have the unfair advantage. There are people who have invested previously in other gaming projects. They have made money. They put money in Axie Infinity, Illuvium, other NFT projects early, and there are people with consulting background. They're very well connected, and they are, some of them located in Southeast Asia, and you can see a lot of games are now being developed in Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, even Singapore. And also a lot of crypto is now happening in these Southeast Asian countries. So being there means they have direct exposure, direct community membership with them. And they support Punk, CyberKongs, and other basically, Apes Yacht Club and other NFT projects. So they have access to the deals that's exclusive for these guys as well. In terms of the roadmap, in Q4 2021, they're going to have the public sale token, which I'm going to talk about later. They're going to have some VC advisory panel. They're going to have the community expansion. In the first quarter of 2022, they're going to focus on having celebrities NFT series, help the sub-DAO, and develop performance dashboard. And Q2, they're going to have NFT launchpad, the gaming school for the scholars, and also the on-chain voting. So as a DAO member, you vote on what you want to invest in. And you get more information on their Gitbook, which I'll put the link down in the description for you. Now, in terms of who is behind it, they have a lot of members, but let's just focus on the CEO. So I know CEO Jensen, and he said to me also that he mined his first Ethereum in April 2016, back when it was very cheap. He's an active member of Wall Street Cyberconks community. He's a serial entrepreneur, and he's a founder of P2E Guild with 50 scholars. I'm going to also show you the LinkedIn to get more information. The COO made a 40x portfolio, and I think it's now 32, but the slides changed. Now market's gone up. 40x portfolio in the last 6 months. He's got a lot of money, basically, and he's been an ex-Boston Consulting Group management consultant. And they also have their Discord and the Telegram ID, so Cyberconks, Punk, and Basie. The CTO is a comp science master from Imperial College, and he created the on-chain NFT and led the end-to-end development of Solidity. So let's just quickly have a look at the LinkedIn as well, just to verify details, to do our own research. So you can see that Jensen, he used to work in Boston Consulting Group. He's co-founded a few companies for a while, and he's part of the Imperial College group as well. And that's, I think, how he knows a lot of these people from the Imperial College. Same as the co-founder. So he also worked in Seek.com. He worked in Boston Consulting Group, and he's also part of the same class for Imperial College, as well as going to the London Business School. So good education background, worked in consulting, management consulting. So they know how to, communicate. A lot of people in crypto space just haven't even finished university, and they're trying to deploy a multi-billion-dollar project, which is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's a bad thing, but having that educational knowledge and working in a consulting company would help you better, especially when you do marketing, when you want to connect with people. So the CTO, he's also from Imperial College, but he's more of a techie guy. And he's also worked for a few companies as a data engineer and as a research intern. So they all have good background outside of crypto and now within the crypto industry. In terms of the token utility and tokenomics, let's have a look again at the document. So the holders of the token own the treasury, and the treasury is gonna have they can participate. That where is this money in the treasury gonna be invested as a DAO member? And the profits and value creation can be channeled into the treasury, and it's owned by the DAO holders, and you can get staking rewards as well. So the longer you stake, the better for you. And that, remember, they're gonna also deploy the idle money into DeFi yield. The return of profit also goes to the path holders. So yeah, basically you're going to get profit, and the price of the token is going to go up as well as a result of that, as a byproduct of that. So the way they're deploying this, they want people who trust them to be a part of this. So as you can see, the pre-seed, very early NFT mint people got a $8 million fully diluted valuation, entry of 0.008, so less than 1 cent. As well as the private investors, non-NFT minters, and the IDO people, who's going to happen on the 4th of December, going to get access to it at the minimum of 1.5 cents. So pretty much a 2x from the cheapest price, which is not too bad, given these guys have to wait longer. I'm going to talk about where the IDO is going to happen as well, which there's more detail here I can give you. In terms of the private investors, they really need to wait 12 months before they start getting that monthly vesting. So that's why you need to, if you want to be a private investor for this project, which I don't know if it's possible because there's a lot of demand for it, you need to basically trust this project for 12 months. until December next year, that they're going to deploy this project, they're going to be successful, and they're going to generate a lot of money, which is good, right? Because by the time you get your tokens, it might have 10x or 100x or whatever, right? So they really want people who do believe in the skill set of the team as well as the project. I do, and I've invested because I think I do believe on their background, basically. But if you don't, if you don't, or you're not interested to do a private sale, you can participate in the public sale, which I'm going to give you more information. In terms of the growth, they're targeting to increase the value of the treasury by 6x in 12 months. They've also given a 12 months plan of how they're going to increase the value from 500 ETH to, let's say, 3,000 Ethereum, or $12 million at the price of Ethereum right now. So the play to earn scholarship is going to be one. How they're going to improve the 12 months roadmap, increase from 40 to 500 in active game participation and PathDao project. So they've given a very, very detailed plan on how this is going to be deployed. And you can see that in their GitHub page as well. And they're going to also show you how they're going to compare. So opportunity is between 8 to 66x. Because you're buying it as a fully diluted valuation of $8 to $15 million, depending on your private sale or public sale participant. And they have already on $9 million asset under management. They already have lots of Discord members, 10,000. They already have scholarships. They already have the NFT launch project. They already have the play to earn capacity. But as you can see, the fully diluted value is much, much, much lower than Yield Git Games, than Merit Circle or Blackpool Finance. So you're really early into this. And if you're watching this video, consider yourself lucky to be getting the, train into the next Guildfi or DAO project for gaming. In terms of the investment asked, as I mentioned, they're closing out their private sale, and I think it's already closed. The IDO is already happening in the form of Balancer launch pool on the 4th of December. There's gonna be 10% of the supply deployed post IDO, and they're gonna select a private investor basically as well. I don't need to discuss that too much. That's more of a project decision. I'm going to put the link to all of these website, Twitter, Discord, and Medium program as well. But before that, let's also have a look at their social media. So on social media, they've got around 13.5 or 14K of followers, and they are very active as well on their social media, and they are having a lot of events. And also, they just signed a deal, I think, with Playermon, which is great because I'm also invested in Playermon, and you can see my previous video. So I'm happy that we have the same thinking. They're also doing giveaways and contests until the IDO happens. So they're going to have AMA, they're going to have fan art contests, they're going to have Discord giveaways, which I can give you the link to that. And also they're partnering with other gaming projects. So they're giving you the transparent access to all these informations. In terms of the IDO as well. In terms of the launch, they're going to also have a community in Discord. The community is already, you can join from the website. They're going to have like 15,000 members already. That's quite a big Discord group. So you can go to the PathDao website, and then from there, there's a link for you to join to their Discord group. They're more active on Discord than other projects like Telegram. And also you could even access the OpenSea NFTs. You can go and buy it. There's a floor price as well there, but it's still not too expensive. If you want to buy it, go and buy it in the secondary market. And also you can get detail on the people who've been sponsored by the project as the gaming or play to earn people. So, you can see all of the detail that I just mentioned for you. In terms of the IDO, there's going to be an IDO happening on Copper launch. It's going to be a fair launch mechanism. So with the fair launch ones, and they're going to call it liquidity balancer pool, it's like an auction. So they start at a high price. I'm not sure what's the highest price they're going to start with, but I know the minimum. Let's say they're starting, for example, at 40 cents. The price is going to start at 40 cents, and it's going to come and reduce over the period that this is going to launch for. And to get the full detail, I recommend you to join Discord group or the Twitter or other social media to get the full detail. But anyway, how it works is usually it starts at a high price. And if people don't buy, it keeps going down and down until a minimum limit. The minimum for this is almost 2x the price of private sale, which is 1.5 cents. So the private sale was 0.008. This is going to be 0.15 USD. So that 1.5 cents is the minimum. If absolutely no one buys, that's the price that's going to go down to. But obviously people are going to buy during this sale. So as the time is going and as people buy, the price is going to go down, but also there is going to be a movement. And at some point, the price is going to be stabilized. And that's going to determine the sort of price that the token is going to launch based on the average amount of investment during the balancer, average number of investors, and also the time. So let's say it's going to be 3 cents, for example, and that's the ballpark of the price you're going to expect on Uniswap. Of course, you don't need to FOMO in at the highest price, but also don't expect to get the lowest price. That's not how it works. Usually the medium price, like let's say 3 cents or 4 cents, is the price you would be targeting. So you're not far off the IDO price, basically. They're going to launch on Ethereum blockchain, ERC20, and they're going to be launching on Uniswap after the copper launch, fair launch, or balancer launch is finished. So that's the information. And again, you can check the market for gaming to verify what I've just mentioned about the potential of gaming project in comparison to the potential of other projects, because the market sentiment this week for DeFi was a bit low, except Avalanche, which is just exploding. But, gaming continues to go up. And I think 2022 is going to be a super big year for gaming projects. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Put comments down in the description and let me know if you have any question about the project. I know the team, so if you have a burning question or if you want some more detail to be shared or links to be shared, I'm more than happy to share that with you. I'm more than happy to reach out to the project. I do believe in the project. I think it's going to do well. They're going to do the hard work for you and make money for you. So, have a search, look at a PathDao project, join the Discord group, and see how you go. Again, make sure you subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.